Hello, everyone. I'm Opie Clint. Welcome to Inner Peace Time. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, Facebook, or YouTube. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Eric. Hello, Krista and our members in Texas. Hello, Kaisi. Hello, Chris, Wendy and John, Dear, and Terry. Also, hello, Julian Hagaso on YouTube and everyone watching on Facebook. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming on several pages at once. So if you don't see my face at the top corner, very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as many of you already know. And hello, Pat. Thanks for joining in. So, as always, it's great to be here and really be back to be here in front of you to meditate together. And of course, I want to say thank you to May helping set up those different instructors to help out during the time I was gone. Though since I wasn't here, we weren't able to broadcast to YouTube and Facebook because I'm the high tech monk. But also I haven't really shared how to do it as some people not quite as tech savvy. But anyways, glad that I get to be back and get to be here with you all to meditate and find some peace. And hello, Ana Maria. Thanks for joining in on YouTube. So, as always, whether you're brand new to meditation or have been meditating for years, remember meditation has just 2 steps: relaxation and awareness. So as we practice together, don't try to do anything extra. You don't have to have like some kind of perfect pose or anything like that. Be comfortable. That's the first thing. When you're relaxed, your body's comfortable, you're able to sit longer easily. And if you're able to sit longer, then you have more time to still your mind. Because if you're focusing too much on your body to the point where you feel aches and pains and you're just focused on the pain, some techniques will ask you to focus on the pain. It's not necessarily bad, but I feel like it kind of holds you back a bit. Because instead of allowing yourself to just let go of it and move forward, we tend to actually end up holding on to it unintentionally. Because their intention is to focus on it to keep your focus. But I want you guys to have a better foundation of relaxation. If you allow yourself to relax, you actually pass through it a lot easier. It's like why we say let go and let it be, not let it be, then let go. So for example, I'll just get a piece of paper, it's safer. This is us holding on, right? And when you let go, physically, easy. Gravity doesn't work for us. It drops, right? But then our mind's like this. Let go. Still holding on. Let go. And still hold on. It's just really silly. It takes a lot more time. So we need to let go. And the thing is, if we're still holding on, for example, if you try to let it be first, you're holding on to something. You can even try it out. Just have your arm out and extend it and just hold on to something. It could be as light as an envelope. And hold it out for an hour. How do you feel? Here, let it be right there. Not so great, right? But what happens is as you let it be, little by little, your arm gives out. That's when you finally let go. Same reason with why the techniques that tell you to sit still. That's actually their idea. That you hold on so much that you finally go, you can't hold on anymore. So you finally truly let go. Because you have no energy anymore. But it's also meant for people hundreds of years ago. Because just like how we teach it. Back then they'd say, sit still, don't move, right? Because they help us get the focus. But we don't have that kind of problem anymore. We focus too much. We forgot how to relax. So let's get ourselves back to that relaxation. And then when we just gently focus, we'll be right where we need to be. Okay? So, if anyone's brand new, remember, take your time, take it easy, take it at your pace. It's an online class. You don't have to be here the whole time. But I'll be here, so feel free to pause, take breaks, no worries, okay? So as we practice, take your time, take it easy, okay? So let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. You don't have to rush to close them either. You may notice that I have a video background playing. It's on purpose. Sometimes, as we close our eyes, we're squeezing too hard. or you seemingly have too much on your mind at the moment, it's okay to look at something comfortable, like this river in the background. And when your eyes feel at ease, you feel more comfortable, and just allow your eyelids to fall. So let's take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And as we know, the first step is relaxation. Allow yourself to feel as comfortable as you can. But remember, relaxation is a spectrum. It's a range. Your level of comfort and relaxation might not be the same as someone else's. The important thing is you feel content. Or you could say, you feel relaxed enough. It doesn't need to be very relaxed. But if you are, great. The point is, be comfortable enough. Just like taking a break, sitting on a park bench. It's not necessarily very comfortable, but it's comfortable enough. Enough for a nice little break. And once your body feels comfortable enough, we can move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. But it's a light focus, not too intense, not too intent. It's light and gentle. As we practice, you'll notice that everything we do in meditation is light and gentle. We're learning to slow down, not trying to rush or force. It's to become very light and gentle. So even physically, as we continue sitting, your body may start to feel some discomfort here and there, needing of adjustment. Remember, it's okay to move. You can move anytime throughout the entire session. You're not doing anything wrong. I've been meditating for over 25 years. I still make movements. I still adjust my body. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. But as you adjust, even if you're sitting alone in your room, try and do it as lightly and gently as you can to make the least amount of noise possible, even if you're sitting alone. There are two benefits to it. One, you're practicing. That way, when you get the opportunity to sit in a group, we won't accidentally or unintentionally bother those around us. And the other benefit is that during your own meditation, when your mind becomes more calm, more still, but your body has a need for a little adjustment, if you do it too quickly or too strongly, it actually forces you out of your calm, making you need to start over. But if you do it light and gentle, your mind's able to maintain that calm state. So not only is it beneficial to others around you, it's also quite beneficial for yourself. So even if you're sitting alone in your room, no one around you to be bothered, still practice. Do it as lightly and gently as you can. What's funny is, during this past few minutes of talking, I have been adjusting my legs, but I'm sure none of you noticed anything. So, practice becoming more light and gentle in both physical and mental adjustments. Because once our body's nice and comfortable, it's easy to keep going and to let go of our body, not feeling the need to focus so much, not trying to look perfect, but just simply feeling perfect. And allow your mind to just stay with that one thing, comfortably, relaxingly. There is no need to force, no need to rush. Inner peace does not have a due date. Take your time. Our master says, our inner peace is actually with us all the time. It's just covered up with all of our extra things. It's when we allow it to clear away, when we start to let go, then let it be, that all that extra stuff starts to slide away, making room for the peace to come out. So take your time. Don't rush, don't force, don't push. And of course, even as your mind starts to quiet down a little bit, your mind may still begin to wander, thinking of this, thinking of that, jumping around like a monkey. It's okay. Don't be annoyed or frustrated with yourself. You are normal. Our mind naturally likes to wander and think, just like a child naturally loves to play. But we know better than the child. We know the child needs rest. So we bring our baby back. Time to take a nap. Time to rest. To stay still. And that's what we're doing with our mind. Helping our mind come back to the safe spot. To be calm, clear and peaceful. Staying at our center, or staying with your meditation object or image. And little by little, the calmness will grow. You may start to feel energized, a feeling of peace and bliss arising. But as any of this happens, simply observe. Just let it happen, not trying to force it to become more, not trying to force it to become less. Just leaving it as it is. Our job is to observe. It's not to create. When we stop trying to do something, what's always been there can finally come out. So take your time as we practice slowing down, and eventually your mind will stop. But don't rush, don't force. Take your time. And if your mind seemingly doesn't want to slow down, another tool I recommend is a mantra. A mantra is a word, a phrase, or a sound. Something that helps us feel calm and peaceful, or at least relieved. The mantra we like to use: Son Ma Arhang Son Ma Arhang Son Ma Arhang. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like, also at whatever tone or speed you like. The mantra and your meditation object are your personal tools. Feel free to make adjustments and use to help you calm your mind, to allow your mind to slow down and rest. Son Ma Arhang Son Ma Arhang Son Ma Arhang. let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright, and at the center of your object there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. And let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city. Spread it out to fill the state or province. Let it fill the country and the surrounding countries until filling the entire world and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sabbe Buddha Parapata Pace Gananjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapaputtanupavena Sapathammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Satasoti Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Okay, as always, take a moment to notice how you feel right now that we finish the meditation. As some days, it's quite wonderful. It's a good day. Some days it's almost okay. Still good, okay? It's good to see what works for you, what doesn't work for you. That way you can continue to adjust to make it easier and easier. So, for today's lesson, or a little mini Dhamma talk with you all, I wanted to share a quote from my master, Lompa Dhammashio. Today's quote is to stop before you start. So what he says is, when in search of a solution, we must start with stopping and stilling the mind. Okay? So before you start searching, stop. Still your mind. Okay? This will help you to see the root cause of the problem. The mind will then be able to travel back and go to the source of wisdom and be able to solve it softly, creatively, and effectively. This is why meditation is so important. When you take the time to stop your mind first, it clears away all the extra clutter that tends to make us overthink and think extra when you shouldn't need to. But when we have the moment to just be clean and clear, it makes it so much easier to see exactly what we're trying to find. One thing my master likes to say is, it's like when we're trying to find something and I just can't find it. It's like a strand of hair is blocking the view of a mountain. The mountain is what we're looking for, but that strand of hair is blocking the view. Sounds very silly, but that's usually what happens. Because it's something so small, but we're focused so much on it that it seemingly gets bigger and bigger, making it very difficult to see through. So, taking that time, or really thankfully us knowing how to meditate now and practicing, reminding ourselves to center, slow down, or really stop all that extra thinking first, and then go into finding a way to fix what you need to do. Okay? Then you'll find your solution. Okay, so I hope you all give that a try. So whenever you're dealing with something, you need to find an answer or find a way to help yourself or help someone. Take a breath, stop first, or stop your mind as best you can. Sometimes even a split second of stop can be enough to help you. It's like how they say, take a breath before you do something, or even think before you act. Sometimes just that moment of, is enough to make you go, oh, okay, this is a good idea or a bad idea, compared to, oh, it was a bad idea after you already did it. Okay? So, just a little wisdom to share with you all. And let me say hello to more people that came in. Hello, Dad. I think that's it. I thought I saw someone else. Okay, and then hello, Melina on YouTube, as well as Beverly. Thanks for joining in. And hello, Jintana on Facebook. Okay, so now I open the floor to you all, as always, to any questions and wonders. As always, Haguzo always has a question for me. Thank you. So starting off with the first one, he says, are there any beliefs or philosophies that were around before the Buddha, but similar to his teachings? Yes, many. If a lot of religions and a lot of spiritual beliefs were actually very similar, although the difference is that sometimes it would be out of uncertainty and things that we couldn't really see. Like, for example, when we think back to in ancient Egypt, everything that was beneficial to us was a god. The sun was a god. The wind was a god. There was a god for everything. So it was just a way of people realizing thank you to whatever's there that we don't know. With the Buddha, it's not so much that he discovers something, it's more of he realizing that this is the truth of the world. This is how Buddhism is. It's teaching us to understand the world how it is, how it's always been, and then just us navigating it peacefully together as best we can. Because in the end, doesn't matter what religion you believe in, because the point is the goodness that we're doing to help ourselves and our fellow man. So that's what's more important. So have there been other beliefs before that are similar? Absolutely. Because wisdom is wisdom. And sometimes in other eras, it wasn't called Buddhism. It was just wisdom. So Yes. Thank you for your question. Okay. Oh, Linda says hello. Okay. Oh, says another one says how many Buddhas were born female? This one don't I don't really know. I have never really went into this kind of question. I'll go and find out for you. Although from what I've learned, usually the Buddha usually was a man, but there have been many arahants that were women. And in Buddhism, Buddha just simply means a person who enlightens on their own. So um, if there's already a Buddha, if you learn from a Buddha, you can't be a Buddha. Because technically you've learned from a Buddha. But if you pretty much those who just enlighten on their own, we give that title of Buddha. So I'm pretty sure there very much probably could have been, but I don't know. Okay. Uh, oh, another question. Julie's asking, is Buddhism where? Oh, in Buddhism, where does it come from? So in this era, Buddhism started in, well, we say India because at the time it was all India, but it's more likely in Nepal, current day Nepal, um, just because the Buddha was a prince. So before he was the Buddha, he was Prince Siddhartha. That's the name that you'll hear, Prince Siddhartha Gautama. And then he went on his journey and learned this and that, learned mostly meditation of different techniques, mastering them, then realizing that, or then he would try asceticism and self mortification. It's the idea was, let's say your life is full of good and bad beans. So if you use up all the bad beans, what's left? The good ones, right? That's kind of the idea. So they would quite literally make themselves suffer. That way you use up the bad. That was the idea. But they would say that if you use up enough bad, then all that's left is peace and happiness. And he went to the utmost that anyone could possibly do. I think he tried starving. That's why you'll see some Buddha pictures or Buddha statues that are like him, almost like a mummy. It's just bones, almost no meat on his body, as that's the extreme that he went through. But that's a Buddhism story. So yeah, that's where it came from. And then from there we spread out, trying to share the wisdom to the world as best we can. Okay. Oh, Beverly has a question. How does one deal with the stress of being around people who push your buttons? This is a very common one. When you have to deal with people who are always just well, the first thing is you have to have your own peace, okay? That's why we meditate, to recharge, regain that peace energy within us. Then we have to allow that peace energy to be a shield, okay? That way, when they start to push our buttons, you'll be aware of it, but you'll have less effect. It's not always so easy. It takes time and practice. It's like, I gave this analogy a couple days back when talking about negativity and dealing with negativity. It's like we're out in a battle zone, we're in the war zone, and at first, when we start meditating, we start to feel this energy. It's like you're running around naked in a battlefield. Of course, you're gonna feel everything, the good things and the bad things. You're feeling it all. It's hurting, right? But we have to allow ourselves to bring that peace energy and become a shield, some kind of extra barrier to help you keep your calm. It's like it'll help absorb. That way you'll still feel it, but not as severe. It won't be as draining. Same with when you have to be around people that push your buttons. When you have your peace, you're able to let go a lot easier. It's like you evolve from dealing with a kid where you're really annoyed at them to just realizing it's a kid. You don't get annoyed as much. It's very different. Even myself, this is something I used to do. Because I'm a young guy and I work with a lot of people who are older, and sometimes I feel that we should have had the same life experiences. I've been fortunate with many different life experiences, so I know a lot for a young age, and I expect them to be at that level, and then I get frustrated, and they would be seemingly childish. Then I started to change. Instead of looking at the people who annoy you as adults, because then you'll think, why aren't they acting like adults? Think of them like children. It gives you a different feel. If they're just kids, you're like, okay, you kind of you'll start to forgive them a lot easier. You won't have as much expectation. You'll be able to let go a lot easier. That's the point. But not treat them like children. That is not good. Okay? So in your mind, it's just, oh, he's just a kid, whatever. All right? You won't be affected as much. But definitely don't treat them like kids. Don't do that at all. That will make it worse. Okay? So that's something that I have done myself. It's one, kind of changing my mindset. Instead of having too much expectation, sometimes we have that expectation for everyone. We think this is the common sense of people, when in reality, common sense is way down here. Sometimes there's no such thing. I used to say that there's no such thing as common sense because not everyone this sense is not common anymore. So instead, okay, lower the bar. It's okay. They might be kids, they might be adults, but we're just helping each other. We're just people trying to make it work. And then if you happen to be at a higher plane at that moment, great. We do our part to okay, try to help them up. Oh, it's okay. I get it, but you shouldn't do that. Okay. It's that adjustment. It won't be easy. It does take time, but of course, always try to keep your peace first. Okay. Thank you for your question, and I hope they will stop pushing your buttons. And hello, Pop Chick. Thanks for joining in. All right. Anyone on Zoom have any questions?
Lupe,
Oh, yes.
so how important is it to make meditation a daily practice? And also, how important is it to also include acts of generosity and morality into this daily practice?
Okay. Wow, you put it a step apart further. So, with meditation, it's actually quite important. The thing is, just like how we need a shower for our body to help ourselves get clean from the daily gunk, we also need our mind to have a shower. That's what meditation does. It helps us clear away the gunk, allowing our mind to be more fresh, ready to work, and ready to do anything. So this is why it's so important to do it daily. And as you do it daily, it helps us keep more clean and even end up gathering less gunk throughout the day. You're just a little bit more cleaner. Now that's just imagining it physically, but it's for our mind. But actually what helps us further that is as your mind becomes more clean, another source of good energy within our meditation is from doing like generosity, a lot of good acts. In Buddhism, we call it karma, good karma, because karma is actually just means action. So it's neutral. It can be good karma or bad karma. So if you do start to do some acts of kindness, like what we call like generosity, giving, it doesn't always have to be money or things. Sometimes just giving time, allowing someone to pass you in the road. A smile is one that I do a lot. And it can be something so small, but that giving starts to generate some good energy to both yourself and those who you're giving it to. That good energy, we like to call it bun. It's merit. And this good energy is like the foundation of all happiness and success in our life. Uh, this is a Buddhist term, okay? But it's also, it's very universal. It's pretty much the name that we give for good karma. We call it bun. It's a, yeah. So do good deeds or doing goodness can also further your meditation practice, helping us have that good energy already abundant, allowing it to shine a lot easier. As I mentioned during meditation, it's always been there, that peace energy within, but it's always cluttered with everything of everyday life. So then when we finally let it go, everything starts to get peeled away and then it's able to shine as it was supposed to. Okay. Thank you for your question, Eric. I hope I answered it okay. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Oh, we have one more. So Haku's asking, how does Dalai Lama tie into Buddhism? Ah, okay. So the Dalai Lama is a title in Tibet. That one is it's he is a spiritual leader, and he's also another sect of Buddhism. It's not so much that much different. Like the core is the same in every Buddhism, very similar to how there's many denominations in Christianity and other sects and other religions have the same kind of thing. The core is always the same. It's just slightly different due to tradition. So in Tibet, or Tibet, how it used to be, the Dalai Lama would be both spiritual leader and leader of the country. So that was how they did it, and that's how it ties into Buddhism. So he was a spiritual leader as well as the leader of the country. Okay. All right. Well, then, unfortunately, we are out of time at this moment. But As always, I'll be here on Zoom to continue and chat. But before we go, I'd like to give you all a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together. Also, for those who had more questions and you wanted to ask more privately, feel free to send me an email. My email is lpclint@yahoo or lpclint@passcode.org. So feel free, or of course the QR code shows all the different ways you can contact me. And don't ever feel like you're ever bothering me. It's okay. I have time and I get to hang out with you guys and get to chat with you all. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.